Yo, what is good YouTube? I am Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the brand new Balance 2A V5. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and also please hit that bell notification button so you never miss another video just like this one. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction. The 2A V5 features like this multi-directional traction pattern with like these like little radial pods almost in the forefoot. And the traction on here is very good. If you're playing on your clean courts, you're really gonna have no issues whatsoever. You're gonna be able to stop on a dime. The traction is very nice. If you are playing on your dustier courts, I will say that the traction is actually still pretty damn good as well. You might have to wipe every so often. This does pick up a little bit of dust, but it is a pretty quick and easy wipe to clear off the shoe and you're gonna be good to go. I will say maybe if you don't, wipe often, you might slide to a stop here and there, but it will be like a very minimal slide. I never completely slid out or anything like that. So yeah, just make sure you are keeping up with your wipes every so often if you do play on your dustier courts. However, overall as a whole, I will say that the traction on here is actually very good. So moving on to the cushion, the 2A V5 features a combination of Fuel Cell and Fresh Foam X. And I believe the Fresh Foam X is in the heel portion and the Fuel Cell is pretty much like this white portion, so it extends up into like the midfoot and the forefoot. And what you're gonna get out of that is really like pretty good impact protection in the heel. It's nice and soft, it does absorb a lot of that impact. So if you do a lot of heel strikes and whatnot, you will be covered. I will say as you move towards the forefoot, you get this Fuel Cell, and it's definitely more of a responsive feeling type of cushion setup. But I will say you do still get like an adequate amount of impact protection, which is also really nice. One thing about this cushion setup though is it is a little bit like high off the ground feeling. I wouldn't say this is like the most responsive shoe, but I wouldn't say I felt slow either, right? This is like that middle ground where it's like a good in between of having too much cushion and too little cushion. So yeah, for me, I wish it was like a little bit more responsive, but I still felt plenty quick. I personally really like the implementation of the Fuel Cell and Fresh Foam X in the shoe, and I thought the cushion setup was actually very nice. It would have been great though if they could have made this like feel a little bit more low to the ground while also maintaining like the exact same feel as it does right now. So moving on to the materials, the 2A V5 pretty much features like a full like engineered mesh upper. You pretty much get this like as the base material across the entire shoe. And then on top of that, in various areas, you're gonna have like these overlays, such as in the toe box, you do have like this fuse overlay and it's very rubbery. It's just there for added durability. As you move towards the forefoot, you do have like the New Balance logo also with like a fuse like overlay. And then in the back, you have some more of that fuse overlay and you have this ginormous external heel counter over here. As you move towards the tongue, you do have like an open mesh tongue. And I would say it's like decently padded as well. So if you do like to crank down your laces, you're gonna be covered there. You won't feel the laces digging into your foot at all. And what's also really nice about the laces on here is that it's first of all, it's wide. And then you also have like this texture on it, which, I don't know, for me, it feels like it really kind of enhances the tightness of the laces when you do tighten them. So yeah, that's just like a nice little touch from New Balance. Besides that, you do have like these little plastic overlays on the tongue as well, which basically act as like lace loops to kind of, enhance the fit when you do crank down the laces. So yeah, overall the material usage on the 2A V5 is pretty damn good. I honestly have no complaints. So moving on to the fit, I would say that the 2A V5 does run true to size. I'm a slightly wide footer and I went true to size and I felt pretty good. There's definitely some narrowness up in the forefoot area, but I will say it does break in a little bit over time. If you have normal feet or narrow feet, I think going true to size is the best bet. Slightly wide feet, I think you can also get away going true to size. If you have wide feet, I think half size up is probably the way to go. Otherwise, you will definitely have some like pinching pain or like forefoot cramping. So yeah, just make sure you get your right size. Besides the actual fit of the shoe, I thought the materials do a great job of lying directly over the foot, giving you as close of a one-to-one fit as possible. The Two Way V5 also features a half booty upper to make sure you are getting as much of an enhanced and one-to-one fit as possible. And yeah, I mean, overall, the shoe felt very snug. Like, even besides obviously the slight narrowness in the forefoot, I just felt very, very snug and locked into the shoe. It was very, very comfortable. So yeah, I think the fit in the Two Way V5 is also very good. So moving on to the support. Personally, I had zero issues with the support in the shoe. You do have like this foam external heel counter, and I'm sure there's an internal heel counter as well. You do have like a lot of heel sculpting, so you're locked in, your heel is not gonna be going anywhere. I didn't have any heel slippage in the shoe. As far as side-to-side movement goes on the footbed, I didn't have any issues there as well. I felt very, very just like locked into the shoe. My foot wasn't sliding around. As far as, you know, those hard lateral movements go, this is a fairly wide base, and this midsole does actually protrude out a little bit to act as an outrigger, so you're going to be covered there. And then in terms of the torsional rigidity and stability, you do have a shank plate in here. This is fairly stiff and rigid, so you're going to be covered there as well. This shoe pretty much has everything that you would want in terms of support in a shoe. Nothing fancy, nothing too extra, but it does have the solid foundations for a very, very supportive shoe. So I had no issues in the Two Way V5. I thought support was really, really good. So the New Balance Two Way V5 retails for $120. And for $120, I would say that is a very good price for a very, very good shoe. This pretty much has everything that you would want, nothing that you don't. I guess my biggest gripe about this shoe would be like the cushion setup, just because it does feel a little bit higher off the ground, therefore not as responsive feeling, but I still felt plenty quick in the shoe. The materials are great, the traction is good, support is good, materials are good. Like, honestly, this is just a very, very solid shoe. And for $120, you really can't go wrong buying a pair of these. These are an absolute blast to play in. And yeah, I mean, New Balance has been killing it, and this is another one of their bangers, honestly. So yeah, I would highly recommend you all go pick up a pair of these. I will leave a link for you down in the description box below if you do want to buy a pair of these. If you do purchase from the link, it really does help me out. But that's pretty much it for this performance review. If you all like this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below, and please hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment, as it really does help me out. Check out these videos over here, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.